Decriminalizing marijuana. It's one big part of the Prop 207 initiative you see in your ballots right now. Those behind the initiative say this issue is about more than just legalizing pot for adult use. It also promises serious criminal justice reform that's desperately needed in our state. ABC 15's Sonu Wasu explains.
We're the only state in the country that still treats the first-time arrest for personal possession of marijuana as a potential felony.
The smallest amount of marijuana, and you could have a felony charge filed against you.
You're talking about tens of thousands of cases every year, costing, likely, millions of dollars in taxpayer money every year.
For ACLU attorney Jared Keenan, Prop 207 represents decriminalizing the use of marijuana. In a recent blog, he writes, on average, 7 people a day are arrested for marijuana possession in our state.
In Arizona, statewide, Black people are about 3 times more likely to be arrested for a simple marijuana possession offense than a white person.
Keenan says the potential jail time and impact of now having a felony on your record is devastating and does not justify the nonviolent nature of the crime.
I would say legalizing marijuana is without a doubt a criminal justice reform proposal, particularly in a state that penalizes it so harshly as we do.
But those against Prop 207 argue criminal justice reform can take place without legalizing a drug they consider harmful to society.
You don't need 17 pages of a self-dealing proposition to deal with criminal justice.
Lisa James, who chairs the No on Prop 207 campaign, says she has looked at the numbers.
The last data that I looked at was from August of this year. Out of about 40,000 people in the prison system, 102 were there for marijuana-only related charges.
James says Arizona judges have a history of offering diversion programs to nonviolent drug offenders.
His proposition was written by, funded by, and will benefit big marijuana industry.
Advocates call Prop 207 the most comprehensive criminal justice reform ballot measure in history. It would legalize and decriminalize the possession of up to 2.5 ounces of pot. It would also create an expungement process so those who have had charges filed against them in the past can get it removed off their records. For advocates of criminal justice reform, this is a huge first step. But for those against pot,
I will gladly work with someone on criminal justice reform, but Prop 207 is not the answer.
The initiative also sets aside more than 24 licenses to promote ownership of marijuana businesses by minority communities who studies show have been most impacted by the criminalization of pot. Sonu Wasu, ABC 15, Arizona.